Carrie Underwood on Kicks 105.5. Good day to you. It is Wednesday, March 18th, 7:49. And as he joins us every Wednesday, 10 till 8, it is my good friend Mike Bair from Baird Insurance Agency. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Doing well. For me, bronchitis and losing my voice. But other than that, not dealing with what some people are dealing with. And so trying to keep business as normal as usual. What is Baird Insurance Agency doing?
It's a good question. Given our current climate, we are really trying to do the same thing. And I guess I can start off this morning by saying that our office remains open, but we just simply ask that if it's business that does not have to be transacted face-to-face, we have so many other methods of communication where we can talk on the phone, we can text with each other, we can email. So if it's not something that requires you to physically come in the office, I think that would be advisable. We're trying to curb that a little bit. But we are open and we are available, and we will continue to be that way, and regardless of what happens, because we do have off-site working capabilities that have been implemented and in place for years. And we will continue to be available 24/7 for emergencies just by calling our office lines, which we can get into in just a bit. But, we're one of the fortunate ones where we can do that, where there are many businesses out there, especially restaurants and bars, mostly restaurants in the area, of course, that are unable to. They've been instructed by the state that they are unable to operate. Daycares now today are being instructed to shut down. Of course, way beyond the real hardship that's being forced on parents, family members, and the kids for not even having school, businesses are really feeling the brunt of it. Because why? If they're not getting the traffic that they're used to, restaurant business especially can be a very volatile business to be in. So that begs the question, during the COVID-19 pandemic and the shutdown, do these businesses have a recourse with their insurance? And the sad but true answer really is they don't. There is, if you have a business owner's or a proper commercial liability policy or commercial package policy, there typically is in there, certainly in a BOP there would automatically be in there, business interruption coverage. And business interruption coverage is there to help you if for direct physical loss, if you were unable to open your business. What's direct physical loss? We're talking fire. We're talking horrible windstorms, like maybe a hurricane or a tornado or something that would make physical damage occur to property that would make you unable to operate. Unfortunately, virus such as COVID-19, the coronavirus, there is no coverage for that. And furthermore, many companies on the Insurance Service Office's forms have an exclusion for virus and bacteria. So that's very difficult as a business owner to be faced with that harsh reality that, yes, now you're being told to shut down. Now, let's go a step further. There is also, if you are under civil authority to shut down, there's coverage for that. Again, the trigger must be related to direct physical loss. Again, we're talking the same things. So you are unable to get to your business or open your business because a civil authority has said it is unsafe to do so. So it's a real challenging thing at that point to have to tell business owners that there's no coverage for that. Now, there is coverage for contamination. If COVID-19 was to contaminate your food, I think that's kind of a hard play, but it's pretty difficult. And then if you go further on to the workers' compensation, if you're at work and you contract COVID-19 at work, the sad reality is there are two triggers that must be satisfied before any illness or disease would be triggered on a workers' compensation policy. And it goes on to say the illness or disease must be occupational, meaning that it arose out of and was in the course of the scope of your employment. And two, the illness or disease must arise out of caused by conditions of the work peculiar to you. That ideally means that if you're just at work and somebody has it, you get it, you're not meeting both triggers. Whereas maybe if you're in the medical profession and you are forced to be on that front line, it's highly possible that you might have a workers' compensation claimant that way. So the insurance industry is really in uncharted territory here. Think back to 9/11, where the terrorist acts that occurred really caught insurance companies unprepared. That's why now there's the Terrorism Risk Insurance Act that's in place that was enacted after 9/11. We call it TRIA. That's the acronym. But there's just so many unknowns that are going on here. But I have a couple of takeaways, Sean, this morning, if people want to hear it. And number one would be, if you are a business that has been forced to shut down, and you feel that business income is a problem, I think it's advisable to file a claim. Now, not saying it's going to be covered, because I really truly believe the exclusions would trump all here, but it would be good for you if there's going to be governmental action in the future to help you to have an actual declination on file from your insurance company. It's pretty advisable to do that. So we're all in this together. We're all trying our best. I got a dog crying in the background. Sorry about that. But all things to think about this morning.
If you have questions, you'd like to speak with Mike Barrett directly, you can do so by calling
748-5224. You can visit us, although, again, we are curbing as many face-to-face as we can. But we are on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury. We do have a drop-off slot in our door. So if you are looking to make a payment or give us some paperwork and you don't want to open the door, just drop it in the mail slot. People actually do that all the time. You can also find us online, thebarrettagency.com, Google, Facebook, and YouTube, all Barrett Insurance Agency.
Thank you so much, Mike. Talk to you next Wednesday.
All right, Sean. Have a great day. Feel better yourself, sir.
All right. Bye-bye.